Hello and welcome back to my Redstone tutorial. This time round we're going to be talking about a few more inputs that we didn't get to put in for last episode, just for the fact of it got that long. It took a real long time. So, the first lot of items we're going to be talking about is the constant, this is basically the always on items. Now this is the block of redstone and the redstone torch. The block of redstone is created by 9 pieces of redstone dust in a crafting table, and it gets you a block of redstone. The torch is crafted with a stick and a bit of redstone dust on top, and you get the torch. So the difference between the block and the torch, they both have similar ways they work, is that they're always on. So if we do this and do this, so they'll always supply a redstone signal. The only difference between the two is if I put another bit of, let's move this slightly, and put it on the side of a block, is the difference between this is the redstone torch can be turned off while the redstone block cannot. So if we do this, in some kind of way, do that. So if we send a signal into this block, this redstone block will not turn off, it'll just keep supplying a signal. But if we send a redstone signal into this block, as here we'll demonstrate, you'll see that this redstone torch turns off. Wow, that's a bit weird mechanic. Well, it's actually quite a cool mechanic. It's the way you can actually, what you would call, invert signals. You can actually have something being on, but actually turn something off. So if you do this, you can actually have the opposite effect. So if you just had redstone torch on its own, it would actually open a door. So if we actually go get a door for a second, I'll show you this. So we just do this, and I put a door here, just for reference, so we'll just put it this way. So let's just say we had a doorway. I'm just going to put dirt there to simulate the sides. If we had a, say this were a redstone torch for a lever, so it's implying a signal, the door will stay closed because I've inverted the signal. But if I actually tilt this off, whoa, what happens? This redstone torch turns on and actually applies a signal to the door, opening it up. So it's a cool way of basically getting the opposite effect in a signal range. And you can do this for many different things, and you can actually do it for hatches, and all the stuff that can actually be affected by redstone, you can actually have the opposite effect in it by inverting your signal. And this will actually tie in with the next item I'm going to talk about. So the next item I'm going to talk about is the daylight sensor, and this is, well, what it says in the description, it detects daylight. And this is crafted with some wooden slabs, any kind. You've got your nether quartz and your glass. Your nether quartz you find in the nether, glass you get up by smelting glass, and, well, jungle slabs you get just by putting in a 3x3 crafting table like so. Should be quite simple, to be honest. Now, the daylight sensor is a very cool device as it detects daylight. As you can see here, what it does is, depending on the position of the sun, wherever you put it in the world, it will actually send out a signal between either 1 block, or 0 blocks, or 15 blocks. As you can see here, at the moment, it's sending out a roughly, if we actually put it back down to dawn, it'll send out about 6 or 7 blocks, as you can see. But if we go into this room, and block it up, so it's pitch black, and sorry if you can't see, but then if we set it to noon, whoa, wow, the light's turned on. That is because at noon the range of the signal has reached its maximum it can go, 15 blocks. As you can see here, it's actually reached all the way, and the position of the sun is directly above us. Now as that sun goes down and goes towards dusk, what you'll see is if I set it to dusk now, the range of the signal is actually a lot shorter. That's because it's going to slowly and slowly start getting smaller and smaller until it stops actually sending a signal. Now what you can do, and if you actually combined the two one of the constants, so the redstone torch, if you use one of them and use the mechanic I showed you earlier with the torch, you can actually invert the signal, and this is where it gets really interesting. This is basically a nighttime sensor. It still detects if it's daylight or not, but because it works in the opposite kind of way, it actually turns on this lamp when it actually gets night. So if you can see here, we've got a daylight sensor and a bit of redstone dust above this torch, and what it's doing is powering this is actually turning off this light, or this redstone torch, and then it's not supplying a signal. But if we wait, hopefully quite soon, for this to turn off, what it'll do, it'll have the opposite effect, and as this is not getting any sunlight anymore, it'll turn off the redstone signal, this will turn back on and send a light to the torch, and you'll have your daylight sensor, or redstone lamp, on, which is actually a really cool mechanic, and I've used it in my vanilla series at least once or twice. So it's a really good way to actually lighten up your area automatically without having you to go around and flip all the lights on and off all the time. So it should happen any time now. It's nearly, well, it is night now. So we'll just wait for this last little bit of redstone to actually turn off. Ah, there we go. Wow, cool. So as you can see, this is not having any signal anymore because it's now night time. This is turned off. It's turned on the redstone torch again, and now it's powering the well, basically lamp. I couldn't pronounce it then. Now this just does determine what time you want it to turn on it. So if I want it to turn on a bit earlier, I can actually have it all over here. And if we do this and set it back to dusk again, what it'll do is it'll wait and it'll turn a lot earlier. So if I wanted to turn on before it actually went dark, so monsters couldn't spawn in the area, I actually only wait a few more seconds, and then this one here should turn off, and then the light should turn on before it actually gets visually dark, as such as at night. So if we just wait a few more seconds, come on. There we go. See, the sun is still up, and the moon is not up yet, and yet we have the light on. And it does determine how far away you put the daylight sensor from your inverted source. It will determine when the actual signal gets sent. So if I had it 15 blocks and I wanted the light to turn on just after noon, then you could do that. And it's quite good for adventure maps because you can have it as where you can actually open a door at specific times. So you have it a certain distance away. So if you wanted, I don't know, a door to be open at 10 and between 10 and 2, you can actually have it in a really cool way between that point. So you have the daylight sensor so far away, opens at 10 o'clock on Minecraft, and then closes at 2 o'clock on Minecraft. If you get what I mean, anyway. I've got a chicken chilling in my hole. So the next part we're going to get on with is well, you've seen it, the comparator. Now, I will say this, the comparator has more than one use, but I'm only going to be explaining one of them that I know at the moment, and that is the item detection part of it. And the comparator is crafted with some smooth stone, a redstone torch in like a triangle shape, and then a bit of nether quartz in the middle, and that gets you one comparator. Now if we look here, we've got a little setup that I've done with a repeater, a comparator, next to a chest, and a redstone lamp here. So what we can do is, in this chest at the moment there's nothing, right? And this comparator is not lit, and this redstone repeater is not sending a signal out, and this redstone lamp is off. Now what a comparator, one of the uses it can do is detect any items in the chest. So if we put in this door, what it'll do is detect there's an item in there. Oh, got some rain, turn off. Good thing about NEI, and it's cheat mode. There we go. What it'll do is it'll detect there's an item in the chest, send out a signal, hits this repeater amplifies the signal some more, sends out to this redstone lamp. Now if I didn't have this repeater here and actually replaced it with just a bit of redstone dust, you can see it only sends out a redstone signal one block. That's why the repeater's there. The repeater amplifies the signal to be able to go another 15 blocks. That's why I have that there. So if I get another repeater, because I actually do need one, and I'll show you in the setup. So if I take the item back out of the chest, it'll turn off. Now it doesn't detect how many items you have in the chest. It doesn't make the signal any stronger. It just it's just for if there's just one item in a particular chest. It's more good for, I think, adventure maps, or in this case if you have a specific item in a specific chest. So if you want to know if you have any gold in a chest, like I've got this gold block here, I've set up this little system here. The light turns on when we have I'm just going to do that. So just pretend that's cobblestone. The light turns on when we have something in the chest. So if I take this block of gold out and say I'm coming along thinking, oh, we've got any block of gold, so any gold at all, it goes, oh, the light's off. No, we don't. But if I put it back in and then do the exact same thing, come along going, oh, do we have any gold? Oh, yeah, we do. Because look, there's light on. Now it does detect other items, so you can actually mislead yourself. So you're thinking, oh, I've got some gold. Oh, yeah, we do. Yay! And then go, oh, no, we don't. Damn. So it does take into account any item. It's not item specific, unfortunately. Minecraft Vanilla hasn't got that far into the stages yet as some of the items. But I'm going to show you how I've set this up. So the whole idea is, if I put that block back in, we have the exact same setup there, but we actually have a different mechanic. So the comparator is on, sends the signal to redstone repeater. The redstone repeater sends the signal into this block. Because there's a bit of redstone on top of this block, it actually powers this redstone dust on top. And then because this redstone dust is now powering all four corners, so if we actually do this, and then put a bit of redstone dust on it, let's go up here, you'll actually see that all these are lit up. Now they do connect up, but if we had it where you couldn't connect it, it'd be different. So if I did this, I don't know, it's the way it works out, but it's miraculous, as it sends a redstone signal to each one of these blocks. So if we actually do this... Oh, no, is it? It's the way it works, it's really weird. Basically sends a redstone signal into this block, and because this block is touching the redstone lamp turns on. And it really, it's really weird. I'm going to say how it works, but hey, that's Minecraft redstone mechanics for you. Like I said, it can get very complicated quite quickly. Now, the last thing we can talk about is the trap chest. Now, this is more designed for, I believe, PvP, because in single player it's more or less useless, unless you're using it as just showing off a cool design. Now, I haven't got it up on the board, but this is one thing I'm just going to add in quickly before I end this. Now, they've just done a trap chest, and a regular chest is... A trap chest sends out a redstone signal. So if we actually put some redstone behind it, and we have a... I don't know, let's have a lamp behind it, just to demonstrate this. If we open it up, what it'll do, it won't turn on the lamp, because it actually... If I actually get this in the right view... What it does, it'll send a... Depending on how many people's opening the chest and actually in the inventory, it'll actually determine how strong the signal is. So if I had 15 people, it goes between 1 and 15. So if I had 15 people all in this UI here, the redstone signal gets sent 15 blocks. But because I've only got it sent the 1 block, this is me opening it, it's only sending it 1 block. So if I do that, what should happen now is the redstone lamp turns on, because I've got the repeater directly after that 1 block, so it powers that block and sends it 50, you know, the same mechanic as before with the redstone repeater. So what you can do is use it as a little trap mechanic. So if you have someone going to raid your stuff, you can put a bit of redstone behind it, and then a redstone torch or repeater or anything like that, and then you can have some kind of, I don't know, trapped floor or pistons or something activating, so when someone opens it, they'll fall through and die or get crushed, or whichever way you want to look at it like that. There's some really cool mechanics. It's good. It's more designed for PvP, stop people actually stealing your chest. But you can also use it in single player if you want. The cool thing about it is, and if I actually get the next chest, you can actually put these chests next to each other. So it's actually allows you to do a lot more compact storage. So if I do this, you can actually have these chests next to each other. So if I do this, and then put another chest there, you can actually really compact these down. Because normally with vanilla chests, they don't allow you to place them next to each other, so you can't do that. Because you have to do the big gaps. It allows you a lot more compact storage. But you just have to keep in account that this does actually output a redstone signal. The way you'll be able to tell the difference between a redstone a trap chest and a regular chest is just around the little hook there for the chest. There's actually a bit of red, and that actually does allow you to tell. And also there's something in the UI it said as well, but you can actually tell just by looking. There's that little red line that does let you know there's a difference between a trap chest and a regular chest. But yeah, so that has been my second part in my redstone tutorial. Please rate, subscribe and comment if you've liked. If you have any hints or tips, or if I've said something wrong, please leave them in the comments below. They're always much appreciated. If you didn't like the episode, then please leave feedback on the reason why so I can improve. Again, always appreciated. And yeah, till next time guys, I'll catch you all later. Bye.